Hi, ladies. Sorry I'm late. I had a small issue with my internet connection. It was just not working. But here I am. Yay! I feel like our screen maybe cuts off a little bit of the. No, it doesn't. Maybe a little bit of the top. But, so, tonight, ladies, we are going to move this a little bit so I get some better lighting. Go ahead and refresh your screens, ladies. And give me a hey-o in the chat. Let me know that you're here and it's all working properly. We've got some exciting stuff to go over tonight, and I'm really excited about. If you look down through the party posts, you can see that I talked about setting goals for yourself, setting daily goals for yourself, different ideas to do that, connecting one-on-one with your ladies, not having a tons of salesy posts, but really getting familiar with your VIP ladies. They might not all be friends with you on Facebook, and certainly most of them are not going to be, and this is a great way to connect with them. Just setting daily goals to reach out and connect with your women is really key and important. And anything that you do, being consistent for sure is definitely a huge thing for what you're doing, for your business, for sales, for connecting, for anything. You need to be consistent and do it all the time. If you're going to post, you need to post once a day. If you're going to, hi Karen. If you ladies have any questions about anything I'm talking about before I go on, pop them in the chat and I'll answer them as I see them. We have a lot to go over tonight, so I'm going to try to keep it super short and stick with, just for right now, with our mood board parties, this idea that I've come up with, which is really exciting. But while everybody's still logging in, I see a couple ladies still on the authenticating page, so they're getting their passwords in and they're getting ready to come in and have fun with us tonight. So take a look through the goals that I have set up for you. I haven't finished them all, but it's certainly enough to get you ladies started, especially if you're newer to 31. If you need a refresher on how to interact in your VIP groups and get these ladies to start interacting back. Certainly, like we've said, do live videos is always the best way to do it. And most people, though, aren't really comfortable getting on camera and being live. But you need to just get comfortable with it, because people don't care what you look like, how your hair looks, if you've got makeup on, which I don't have any on tonight. They just want to see you and get familiar with you. And if they're friends with you and you create this relationship with them, they're going to continue to buy from you, and they're going to continue to interact with your group and have fun. It's also nice to have a couple of ladies in your group that, like for me, it was always my sister-in-law. She was the one person I could always count on to respond to a post I did. So definitely having ladies like that, but we have a really great relationship. So you want to build those relationships up, obviously. It's not just about sales, it's about building relationships, because the sales come in after you build those relationships. So definitely take a look through the goal settings that I've set up for everybody. If you do them, I promise you it's going to work. But you have to be consistent, like I said, in what you're doing. And you have to be consistent in the things that you do for your business, because that is your business and you need to run it like a business. So back to I actually have notes for this one, because there's a lot of things that I wanted to talk about, and I wanted to make sure I didn't forget anything. Usually I don't have notes and I kind of just wing it, but this time I really wanted to get focused on exactly what I'm talking about. So my first question for all of you ladies is, how many women, men, do you have in your VIP groups? And while we wait for that to come in, I'm going to be talking about exactly what I'm going to be showing to you tonight. I have 6 boards set up, 6 mood boards, 6 mood party boards, basically. You're going to share this first graphic. Nope, I'm on the second graphic. Excuse me. Nope, I went through them again. How did I go backwards? Give me a second here. Can't see all the good stuff first. So you're going to share this board. And the point of a mood board is to get an idea of what your customers, your VIP ladies, your friends, what kind of style do they have? What kind of parties are they looking for? What kind of products are they looking for? What's their favorite product? What's their favorite print? Just for anybody that's in your group, what is their favorite print? Do you know? Um, like I know for my sister-in-law, she loved the navy pendant last spring, and I knew that every time a sale was going to go on, that the navy print was going to be on sale, that I would let her know, and she would immediately buy it because she knew she loved it. I knew she loved it, and I knew she was going to be willing to spend that money because she loved that print so much. So getting to know what all of the ladies love about the new spring catalog in your VIP group, what prints they love the most, what new bags they love the most. If you're sharing stuff about thermals this month, maybe your ladies already have thermals and they want to see something different. And I know it's going to be what everybody's posting about, thermals, 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 because they're on special, right? Um, but definitely post about other things, because maybe these women already have thermals. Like, I'm sick of thermals. I've been sick of thermals since last year when it was all thermals all summer. And I love the prints. I love my thermals, but I want to hear about other things. So definitely don't post just things about thermals this month. Definitely change it up and do different things. This is, like I said, kind of a fun way. Even if you're not going to do the party like I've set up for, um, definitely using these to kind of spurn some interest in how does this graphic make you feel. That's the object of a mood board. It's to get an idea of, to show different collections. We have our bracelet, we have our sunglasses. This is kind of a classy board with a pretty flower and a paint palette that's, some classy, chicy colors, and, obviously a beautiful necklace. And maybe this really speaks to the ladies in your group. Maybe it speaks to 2 or 3 ladies in your group, which is great. That's totally fine. Again, this is about connecting with each and every single one of them. So let's go back to my notes here. What is a mood board party? Now I'm going to share with you ladies 6 different ideas to get you started. And I've broken down everything into categories. So like I said, I have a classy, I have a rock star, I have a mom on the go, I have a sports mom, I have a like a party on the beach type thing, and another one I can't even remember now. But right now we're talking obviously about the classy one. So a mood board shows off different things. Like here I'm showing off the style. And what you do is create an album in a group with just this picture, just this one alone, and the other one I'm going to share. And ask your VIP group to find their style. Wait a day or so for everyone to come in and answer. Try this on like a Friday. And then go back on Saturday night and post on each album you set up. You schedule an event where you're going to talk about nothing but as in what is on the photos. If your ladies are looking at the classy style and love what you're showing off of the classy things, then you're going to show off the classy things that 31 has. So we're going to look at the next slide. These are the items that I picked out for the classy theme. A scarf is beautiful. The teal color is beautiful, obviously. This is the cafe crossbody. The mini ruby, and just some different really pretty, beautiful things. And so what I would suggest doing, like I said, is setting up the first graphic, setting up 6 different albums, asking your ladies to choose which ones they love, setting up an event, and then it doesn't matter how many people have commented on the event. Trust me, it doesn't matter at all. Because even if it's just one, I'm going to give you an example of what you're going to say. And I'm going to post this in the event probably. And if you're taking notes, obviously that's a really good idea to do that this evening, because this is going to give you an example of what you're going to say, what you're going to write down and tell them. So here's my example. Hey, Sarah, do you have 10 minutes Monday night so I can show off some of the classy album to you? And Sarah says, sure. Now, don't ask anything else. Just set up the event. Make sure Sarah has the link if you're using My Online Party or your Facebook event or whatever. Now, one of my favorite things about Mop is that I can preset all of my parties up and I can reuse them anytime. So I can have 6 parties going. I can have my classy party going. I can have my sports mom party going. I can have my other 6 other parties. I can get them all set up at the beginning of the month, and they're all ready and set. They've got, the pictures that I'm going to be talking about. They've got the schedule post already in it, or whatever you're going to do for that. And then all I need to do is share that link with Sarah. who's going to go to my party, and she can show up whenever she feels like it. And it's more of like a one-on-one shopping, right? But of course, we don't want one-on-one. But always keep in mind, a sale is a sale. No matter if it's $50, $25, it still helps you reach your goals at the end of the month. Um, so what I do, and I'm going to suggest to you ladies, is setting up these events, your parties, whether you're going to do a Facebook party event, whether you're doing a mop party event, set them up at the beginning of the month so that you can just be all ready to go. And then you can reuse, obviously you can reuse the mop ones and probably not the Facebook ones, but I like that I can have it all set up and just go and reuse it as much as, and as often as I want to. So let's see. And I can send out my link to Sarah and I do my party, whether there's anybody there or not. You can record your party and keep it there for the next one. Now, when you send Sarah the link to the event to have her set it up, you ask her to bring a few friends. Her best friend, her mom, her sister, someone that she thinks that would love the classy items just as much as she does. Then you do a really incredibly short video or stream, 10 minutes tops. So you've got to set up so that you're doing 6 parties. Each party is 10 minutes. So you're investing an hour. And you want to kind of set these up so that it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, however you want to do it. You want to kind of combine them so that if you only get a $25 order on your classy party on Monday, then you can add it to your sports mom party on Wednesday and then maybe make a party. But I know we're all on this mindset if we have to have a party and it has to be this huge party, but it doesn't. Any sale is a sale. A $200 party is just as good as a $1,000 party. And 6 $200 parties is a $1,000 party with less time invested, I feel like, and less chasing around, because then you're only working with 2 or 3 people for each individual party. And you can do these as often as you want. But I'm set this up so that it's just 6 different ideas. And you can do like your ladies love certain prints. You can do the teal blue, which I don't even know what it's called. I always call it Tiffany blue. Do a Tiffany blue party where everything in the party is blue, and you set up a mod board. I want to call it mod board. You set up a mood board, and then you go over all the things that are Tiffany blue, so that everyone can see all of the different prints. I mean, all the different styles in that Tiffany blue, because maybe you're sharing stuff that they don't want to see, and now you can specifically target each and every person and say, this is what Sarah likes. Sarah really, really likes the Tiffany blue. So I'm going to show Sarah the Tiffany blue, which is great. Sarah might bring a couple of friends that really like that color too, which is even better. So then you're, like I said, you're working with 2 or 3 people. You don't have to chase hostesses down because it's, again, your party. If it gets to a party level, great. You accept the hostess rewards. You give out the hostess rewards. You do whatever you want with them. All right, so let's go on. Then you do 10-minute stream and show the slides. Only talk about what's on the slide. Make it super laid back. Just talk about how much you love the products you're sharing. Don't make it super salesy. Don't be like, well, if you get this today, you spend that today. You know, these parties are just easy sales, easy transactions. Just a couple of girls getting together and talking about purses and all the different prints. So I wanted to talk a little bit about maybe we don't say booking parties anymore. I know it's so hard because everybody does it, and that's what everybody feels like they need to do. And because everybody does it, you need to do it. But I went to a stream last night, which was really awesome. And I talked about it in my live video this morning, that she was so laid back. She was so laid back and she was so cool and she was so great about just making it you feel comfortable, that you really wanted to be there, that you were really excited about the things she was talking about. And, you know, not really, you know, this costs $10. You can get this for $10. You can get this for $15. You can get this for $25. You're not talking about money, not talking about prices, just really laid back. And she said a thing at the end that this company doesn't really do parties. They do kind of like what they call social selling, which is fabulous. It's a different way of saying they're partying like we do, but it's social selling. And so what she said at the end of her party was really interesting. And I thought, I don't want to book a party with her, and I don't even care about these products. I was going for a friend. So she said, you know, if you want to have a little social event like this and welcome me into your home, or welcome me in, you know, into your home through my computer and your computer, it would be great. Just let me know. And, you know, it was very casual. It wasn't book a party with me now. There were no giveaways. I think she did a couple of giveaways, but it was very casual, even the way that she did it. So I think getting in and seeing what other people are doing that aren't even necessarily with 31, go to your friends' events and take notes. You know, what are they doing? How are they booking parties? Not different ways that they're booking parties. And I thought it was really informative the way she was doing it, and I hadn't even thought about doing it that way. So getting other people's ideas and how they're doing it, and ask your friends that do Scentsy or Posh or whatever, and help them drum up some ideas and share your ideas with them. They share their ideas with you, and it's a really great way for you guys to connect. Um, so we talked about, we all want those huge parties, but a $600 party is the same as $600 parties. I broke it up into a $1,000 party. A sale is a sale, and any sale helps you reach your goals. So don't frown on not getting that. That's $200 party level. I know we all want to reach it, and some parties are just not successful. And that's why I said if we bunch these kind of things up together, and then we can kind of move parties around. Oh, let's see. Give me a sec. Hey, Jennifer. There's a lot of explaining, so I definitely think people are going to want to watch it again a couple of times and maybe take some notes if you're going to do this, because I really think nobody else is doing this. And again, I'm one of those people that I want to think about something that nobody else is doing, something new and engaging, and something that has nobody's seen before. So that's always a fun way, I think, to get more interest, to get more people excited about the things that I'm showing and stuff. So you can do these every month. And I'll show you some of the rest of them because they're kind of fun. This is the rock star style. And again, I just chose graphics that kind of represented that style, that, you know, the blues. I probably should have put blacks, but I like the blue. The pink hair with the glittery eyeshadow and, you know, the jewelry. And maybe this speaks to some of your customers, which is awesome. You know, the butterfly tattoos. And these are really easy to make. I just jumped on Canva and I thought, rock star, rock star. What is a rock star? What does that mean when you're talking about dressing like a rock star? Um, and I just went with that and just kind of put like a rock star bedroom in there. That was kind of the feel for it, to give them a different ideas. And again, you want these to speak to your women. And if one doesn't speak to one, one's going to speak to another lady in your group. And these are the different styles that I picked out. The thermals, the key fobs, you know, I'm kind of thinking like cool kid. You know, I'm not obviously a cool kid, but I might get the idea and the gist of it. All right, so trendy style. I'm really like this one. The yellows and the grays, kind of just like a, wow, that's a really pretty, you know, I love the bracelets, and maybe this is something that, I love the bracelets. I really like the style. I really like her braid and her hair. I really like yellow and, you know, and gray, which is really cool. So that might be something where I love this one. What do you have in the trendy style for me? So then I've got a bunch of different ideas. Trendy, you know, is the platter thing, which nobody really likes, but we still got to try to sell them, right? Um, the different, you know, we've got the scarf again. We can talk about that. We've got the sling back bag, the zip top utility totes, and just kind of a few different ideas on, and just like I said, just specifically talk about these things. Maybe have a couple of graphics of the sling back bag and the zip top utility tote. It is a little bit more work, yes, but the work you put into your business is what you're going to get out of your business, right? So if you're only putting 10 minutes in and you're creating a Facebook event and you're getting ready to set it up 10 minutes before the event, and that's it, and that's the only time you're going to put into it, you're not going to get a huge turnout, and you're not going to get as much as you could have gotten had you tried to invested a little bit of time and a little bit of work into it, ladies. It's really important if you're going to continue and want this to be successful for you. If you're doing this for fun, then just have fun with it. But if you want to make a career with this, and you certainly can, because I know there's lots of women that do, there's also women in our group that do, executive directors and senior executive directors and directors, and, you know, Nicole and Teresa and Barb, you know, all of these ladies that have worked really hard for their businesses, and they got where they were not by jumping on to a party 5, 10 minutes into it. They really researched all the things that they needed to find and to do for their businesses to really help them be successful. So investing a little bit of time, investing an hour into these 6 parties is going to be totally worth it at the end. And, even if you only get a couple of ladies to attend the first one, drum up that interest. If you get excited about something, your friends and your VIP ladies are going to get excited about something too. So then we've got this is my beach style one. I might change this one up a little bit. I don't know that I particularly like it. I don't think anything really speaks to me, so maybe I'm not really beach style. If anything speaks to you, great. So we have some different beach style bags and sand and turf, and I really like the brushstrokes print and the starfish and the thermals obviously would be for the beach, and my little big dreamer, or that's the big dreamer, I don't even know from that picture. But that is awesome. So busy mom, this might speak to a lot of the ladies in your group. Play-Doh, the hand painting of this, what they're doing all day. They might have a different, they're not going to be the classy, and maybe they might be later, maybe on a night out, they might want the classy stuff. But if they're strictly busy moms and they're in the house all day and they've got clutter and they've got, bedrooms to clean up and Play-Doh to clean up and paint to clean up, maybe they're not looking for a Cindy tote. Maybe they're looking for more useful items for them and for exactly where they're at in their life right then. So I have, excuse me, the backpacks, obviously. I put the slingback bag in this one as well. The backpacks will be super popular with the kids. All the different storage, toy storage, the thermals, obviously, the lunch. Busy mom. She needs stuff related to being a busy mom. Sports moms. You got a lot of sports moms in your group. I'm sure that some of us do, some of us don't. But this again is reaching out to maybe 3 or 4 ladies in your group that are specifically sports moms. They're on the field, they're on the track, they're, going to games, they're sitting in the bleachers, and maybe they're not going out every single night. Maybe they're not a busy mom, maybe they've got older kids. So now we're talking about products specifically for sports moms. So this is going to speak to your sports moms, and I'm going to reiterate that it's going to speak to 5 different women, and it's going to reach out to them and put them in a good mood, is what I like to say. So sports styles. We're talking about band camp. The thermals again, the different embroidery that we have for sports, talking about that. The baseball, obviously, we've got going on in there, and just the colors that are like more of a greenish, bluish feeling to it. I'm just sitting down and talking about maybe, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items here, and maybe these are the items that you really need to focus on for the sports moms. I mean, I took a really long time to make these, so I really was specific on how I set these up. So using this and using these maybe 5 bags to talk about, and maybe for the following month you talk about different bags, but definitely talking about something that specifically caters to your sports moms. Oh, I think that's the last one. So like I said, with everything you do, be consistent. Keep creating and inviting your ladies to it. Keep sending out that link so they can easily invite a few friends if they want. Keep recording them, and maybe you create a fun video to post in your party that's kind of a sort of a welcoming video that you have going on all the time. And your post can stay the same. You can use the same slides, the same video each month. Chances are that if Sarah attended the class event the first month, she's not going to attend it the next month. But maybe she's planning on a trip to the beach and she wants to attend your beach event with a new friend. So definitely keeping it open to a ton of different women. And again, finding out what they want, what prints they like. I'll work on some more and definitely work on adding some, and you can add them too. You don't need to have something super splashy and just talk about it. Share, different ideas on how they can use the bags specifically for them. And don't open it up to every single item in the 31 catalog, and it's kind of overwhelming sometimes, right? So catering to a few 5 to 10 bags specifically for that person and what they're looking for, how busy their life is, how not busy their life is. They're able to go out Friday nights, maybe they want a nice purse and be about the Benjamin's wallet, Or maybe they're a stay-at-home mom and they need the sling back bag because they're always on the go. So keeping an open mind, I think when we go into our VIP groups, if I'm always posting something and nobody's interacting, for one thing, that doesn't matter. Because how many times are they going to interact with your posts? It's great to get interaction, but it doesn't mean you're going to lose the sale if you don't get interaction. Because the graphics that you're using to get interaction are questions, right? Which is great to do every once in a while, but it's not building relationships. And the key to that is talking with these women and going through the goals and becoming friends with your hostesses. You should become friends with all of your hostesses. You should always, always, always be booking out into the following catalog with your hostess, especially if it's a great hostess. Always be booking out so that eventually you get it set up so that you're always having parties every single month and your hostesses are the same kind of, and then they're bringing in new friends, they're bringing out old friends, they're, it's just a whole new group of people. So always friend your hostesses, always make sure that you um, always make sure that you plan out so that they're going to schedule another party with you in the fall, for the spring. So I don't want to carry on too much because again, we're past our time. I was trying to make this about 20 minutes or so, and it looks like I've gone a little bit longer. But if you ladies have any questions, I'm going to stop the stream now and get it up, and so that I know there's a lot of ladies that weren't able to attend, and now they'll have a chance to re-watch the recording. Again, any questions, let me know. I'm sure that we'll talk more about this. I'll get these uploaded into our photos, and you ladies should be all set. And I know that Jennifer is going to start doing a product showcase, which is kind of just talking about specific products, the dimensions of it, the patterns in it. I mean, I know we have questions all the time about how big is this bag, or what's the inside of this bag look like, or does the Cindy tote have, enough space to hold what size laptop? I asked that a couple of weeks ago. But this way you'll be able to easily research, look for it in the group. If we have maybe even some hashtags, Jennifer, if you're still here, hashtags so that people can find it even easier. Hashtag SyncSag, and you find all the information you need on the SyncSags. So we're going to do that, and we're definitely starting out with thermals this month because obviously thermals are on sale this month. And I haven't even looked to see what next month's special is. Don't tell me. Don't even tell me if it's up. I'm going to look. All right. I am tired, ladies. I will see you later. Thank you so much for coming out. I appreciate it. I will see you later. Bye.